Belief is the blueprint, but action is the amplifier. You can have all the faith in the world, but if you never move, you'll never know what's possible. Welcome back to the Activate Effect, where growth, clarity, and transformation meet. I'm your host, Elizabeth Pastrano, business strategist, certified coach, and founder of Act 2 Venture LLC. My mission is simple: to help you own your now, create your next, and activate the next version of yourself waiting to lead. In our last episode, we talked about how belief is the blueprint, how your mindset sets the foundation for everything you build. Today, we're talking about what comes after belief: movement. Because once you decide you can, it's the action that proves it. The truth about waiting, we often think we need clarity before we act. But clarity doesn't come from thinking, it comes from moving. You don't see the whole staircase, just take the first step. Wise words from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. When I first started this podcast, I didn't have the fancy mic, still don't. Didn't have the fancy setup, still don't. Or a production plan, which I do now. I just had a message and a conviction that someone needed to hear this message. Someone needed to get activated. My job is to help to activate people into their next chapter. My first episode wasn't perfect, and honestly, they probably still aren't. But everything I'm doing is real. And the moment I hit publish, something shifts. It isn't about just recording. It's about showing up for myself and showing that I can do hard things even when it's imperfect. That single action created a wave of momentum that's still carrying me today. My lesson is you don't need perfection to make impact. You just need movement. When I look back at every pivotal chapter in my life, none of them started with perfect timing. They started with a little fear, a lot of faith, and one small decision to move. That's what I mean when I say action is the amplifier. It turns belief into evidence. You don't find momentum. You create it through movement. Why action builds confidence? Confidence doesn't appear out of nowhere. It's built through repetition. Every small action you take is evidence that you are capable. This is all proof stacking, collecting micro wins to fuel your belief. Rename your failure. Every step teaches you something from your comfort zone that your comfort zone never could. Ask yourself, what's one small move I can make this week that would prove to myself I'm capable? Here's the thing. Not all movement equals progress. Sometimes we're so caught up in staying busy that we confuse motion with meaning. We check all the boxes. We send the emails, we attend the meetings, we post content, and still feel stuck. That's because busy work can look like progress, but feel completely empty. Aligned action feels different. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what actually moves you closer to who you're becoming. It's choosing the things that feel connected to your purpose, not just the things that keep you distracted. I had to learn this the hard way. There was a season I was saying yes to everything, and maybe still do. Collaborations, projects, meetings, all in the name of momentum. But what I was really doing was avoiding the stillness. I thought movement meant growth, but it was just noise. The moment I slowed down and paused and got honest with what was actually aligned for what I wanted to do, I got more done with less effort. I started attracting the right people, the right opportunities, because my actions finally matched my intention. So if you're listening to this and you feel like you're moving, but you're not, you're not getting anywhere, maybe it's time to stop and align. Ask yourself, is this aligned or just available? Because sometimes the most powerful move you can make is to pause. So before saying yes to something, ask yourself, is this aligned or is it just available for me? How to amplify your belief this week. Break down the action that you need to take. First, write down the one thing that you've been overthinking. 2, break it down into small steps. And 3, do it. Even if it's messy, even if it's small, just take one small action every day. And then reflect on how you feel. What was the evidence of your growth through this entire process? Tell yourself, I build clarity through movement. I amplify belief through action. You don't need the full plan to begin. You just need one act of courage, one decision, one step, one message sent, one idea shared. Every action you take amplifies your belief, and that's how momentum is built. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. By Zig Ziglar. If today's episode reminded you that it's time to move, even just one small step towards your goal, I'd love to invite you to join the Activate movement. It's our community for change makers, leaders, and entrepreneurs who are ready to move from belief to bold action into their next chapter. We have weekly goal settings, access to tools and coaching that are aligned for your growth by me, and a circle of people who turn ideas into motion. So links in the bio, join the movement today. Because belief is the blueprint, but action, it's the amplifier that brings it to life.